Yo guys, so welcome to a lesson I'm really excited about delivering, to be honest, and this is what I like to call the Gay Creator Guide, or Male Model Creator Guide, whatever you guys want to call it. Now, a couple of things before I get into this lesson. I'm going to share my screen with you guys as usual so that you can see the document. Just to confirm, can everybody see that? Correct? Yeah, everyone can see the document I've got in front of me. Good stuff as usual. So, Now, before I get into this lesson, I want to make a couple of things incredibly explicitly clear. Now, this lesson is probably going to change your perceptions of who you want to work with in the industry, which is cool. We have gay models, we have trans models. Personally, I think they're a lot easier to work with, but there we go. So, before this lesson, I just want to make it really clear that you don't want to come into this with any preconceptions, right? All this fucking OFM, TikTok, ego bullshit for being some kind of smooth talking ladies man that you need to be to make money on OnlyFans is bollocks, right? It's absolute bullshit. Male creators, trans creators are some of the best models that you can work with. As I say here, you're going to see penises, you're going to see gay sex. Just fucking get over it. It is what it is. You're not gay. Maybe you are gay. Who gives a shit? So it's really important that you guys actually realise that this is often way more profitable. If someone came to me now and they was like, you can take a guy from zero on OnlyFans and scale them up, or you can take a girl from zero on OnlyFans and scale them up, and take the guy every single time. There isn't an occasion where I pick the girl, regardless of what she looked like or anything. So yeah, really interested in this one, boys. So here we have classifying your gay creator. So cool, you've got a male creator, you've got a gay creator. Either way, it doesn't matter. They can be straight, they can be what's called gay for pay, where they're essentially obviously they act gay on their OnlyFans, but that's literally purely on the basis that they're trying to make money as a straight guy. So as you would with any other model, you need to essentially put your creator into whatever gay category they fit into, right? So, likely if your creator already does OnlyFans, they're going to have classified themselves already, so it's going to be pretty obvious. Most of you guys are going to be signing, male models that maybe do anywhere from, 0 to 5k a month already, and they're going to have already classified themselves. They're going to be in the culture, but it's going to really help if you guys kind of know the classifications on the basis that you're going to be able to kind of either start from zero, or obviously speak to them with these vocabularies. So main male model that you're going to get will be what's called a twink. So that is like a boyish looking gay man between ages maybe 18 to 23, slender, little or no body hair, often blonde, Caucasian. So kind of the quite feminine looking guy. All right. So that's going to be the main one. Twunk, same as twink, slightly more muscular. An otter is basically older gay guy who is older, hairier. And by the way, when I say gay guys here, I'm just going to paraphrase that for this lesson on the basis that they're acting as gay guys. They may not be gay, but gay guys. So fox, obviously older, usually over 40. Think like the cougar equivalent of the gay world. And last one, another really important one. Probably in terms of how many there are, it's mainly twink. Probably second is bear. So that's going to be like muscular, large guys, hairy, projecting an image of masculinity, that kind of thing. That is, the main two, if you will. So wherever your model fits into is going to basically denote how you're going to portray them. Are they going to be dominant? Are they going to be submissive? Are they going to be a top or a bottom? Are they going to be, for example, you just need to pick what fits your model. If it's a bear, they're going to be dominant. They're not going to be submissive. It's just how it works. It's culture, okay? So really interesting one here. Just make sure that you know these words. If you're going onto a call with a gay creator, you want to be talking about twinks you've worked with in the past or bears you've worked with in the past, that kind of thing. It's just gonna put you across as a real professional that's done the research, knows the stuff, not just some random guy that manages girls that's decided to try their hand at the gay market. Is everyone with me so far? Any questions at all? Feel free. Simple stuff. Everyone with me? Cool. So the next one is going to be just a little mention of something that I think is worth talking about. So this is gay for pay. Now this is, as I mentioned, when you've got a male creator that actually isn't gay. He could just be a guy that loves going to the gym or whatever, and he's really comfortable with his body, wants to start OnlyFans, whatever. Literally, the possibilities are endless. So as long as he's comfortable filming solo content of him masturbating, and then obviously on the flip side making promotional photos and videos in which he portrays himself as gay, he doesn't have to sleep with any men. Obviously don't start forcing people into that. It's just they can pretend to be gay for pay, as I say. So deep down, the subscriber's going to know he's not gay. If you are, if you're homosexual, you are going to have if you will, a gaydar. You're gonna be able to tell if another guy is straight or gay or not. They're gonna know. but they're not going to care, because a big thing in gay culture is obviously trying to turn straight guys, especially in this kind of online OnlyFans gay world. So if it's a straight creator who's acting gay, they're gonna probably know he's not gay, but they're not going to be asked anyway. It just adds to the fun. So here's something incredibly specific, right? This is something you only fucking learn if you've done this for a long time. So something really, really specific is a bit of a gay content hack. The joys of kind of how you can actually create a lot of content for literally zero effort whatsoever is, obviously a straight guy isn't usually going to feel comfortable doing solo dildo content. Gay guys as well. Okay, maybe they just don't enjoy doing it. It's quite a time-consuming, a lot of effort for obviously a male to do things like that with dildos. So a really, really crazy hack is all you really need to do: buy a dildo, chop it in half, right? Obviously put it around the area, and it's going to look like it's going in and out, both sucking and obviously anally as well. So you can produce a huge amount of content, and in reality, they're not actually doing anything to themselves whatsoever. So the straight guy doesn't feel uncomfortable. Obviously, the gay guy, maybe he just doesn't want to do it, or maybe he doesn't feel uncomfortable, whatever. You're basically, all you need to do is get them to suck or push it around, the anal area. It's chopped in half. Nothing's going in anywhere. There's no actual sucking involved, but it looks like it. It looks absolutely spot on because you can't really tell. So, you can basically create an absolutely gigantic amount of content very, very quickly with little to no work. You can't, it doesn't really work as well with females, I'll be honest. It's a bit more obvious, but with guys, that is so huge. That little tip and trick there is going to make you all a lot of money, because you can literally get guys to, I'm just going to check, someone put a comment in the chat. This is lesson going to be uploaded, obviously 100%, it's being recorded to the computer. So yeah, that there as a gay content app is absolutely huge. You can create 100 anal masturbation videos in the space of an hour. Your gay creator can. So yeah, make sure that you guys take that on board. Get a dildo, chop it in half, lube, good to go. Okay. Everyone with me so far on that? Nice little life hack for you guys. So here we're going to get into a little bit more of the nitty-gritty promotion side of things. So as you guys are familiar, Grindr is the gay equivalent of Tinder. 99.9% of you are going to know that. Now, the way that you should use Grindr is going to be very, very different to the mass approach of female Tinder and Bumble. It's going to be way more hands-on, and your aim is basically going to be to find a couple of really wealthy, high-paying daddies, let's say. Now, we're going along saying that you're a twink for this, because really and truly, Grindr is the most effective for that. For twinks, they're looking for older, gay, guys that obviously have the money. So you're going to be doing Grindr on basically one account. You're going to want to have one account of your model. It's going to be a real account, fully verified, gets rid of all your fucking issues that you've got with how to verify Bumble accounts and all that. So you're going to want to have one Grindr account, and you're going to want to basically go through and actually select guys that you think are going to be a good fit for this. So obviously, on your Instagram or whatever, you're going to have your OnlyFans link, whatever. But this is one of the few times that I actually would recommend responding on the app. So on Grindr, you want to find, let's say 5 really high-paying daddies. They could be anywhere in the world. Predominantly, you're going to find them, UK, USA. They're going to usually be guys that are either in the closet, or they have recently come out and looking to explore, maybe recently divorced, whatever. The reason that this works is because of the power dynamic within, obviously, the gay community. A twink is a feminine guy who needs looking after, and, the high spenders kind of, facilitate that as the older guys. It's just kind of the hierarchy, if you will. So really, really kind of useful way of using Grindr is obviously you want to find 5 prospects that, you actually build up, some sort of relationship with, that in return reward you financially. Now, obviously this is going to be a little bit different to how you usually run things, on the basis that, you're going to need someone hands-on on Tinder. And I actually talk about at the end on this Google document. I'll take you through my thoughts on how best to set up a gay creators account, and obviously how best to actually go about fulfilling it as well in terms of hiring people, etc. But you want to have one Grindr account, and you want to just be doing quality over quantity for this, because there's far fewer guys doing this than there are girls. So that's basically how it works. Has anyone got any questions so far? Anyone at all? No? Cool. So yeah. After you've matched with them, obviously build a relationship properly on the app. You can get them onto WhatsApp, you can get them into Snapchat, you can get them onto OnlyFans if you want to. Interesting one, obviously, it's going to look a little bit obvious. You've got to remember, these are older guys that have money. They're not idiots. This is not this is not kind of your usual OnlyFans subscriber. So you can even utilize things such as PayPal, Cash App, set up in your model's name. But yeah, we'll get into a little bit more of that at the end. Anyway. So here we have gay tubes, right? So this is another huge one. This is going to be obviously gay porn sites. Now, this is massive. You know, you're going to see better results doing this with a guy than you will with a girl in terms of the tube method. I did a lesson on that tube method. You can find in the course. But yeah, so, you know, quick side note from the previous lesson, you know, make sure that your model's domain does not have gay or any gay terminology in the URL. Remember, a lot of these subscribers will be closeted gay men. If you're a closeted gay man, are you going to want to be clicking on links that have gay and gay terminology in the URL? No, you're not. If you're making your model a website, have it as thename.com. Nothing gay, nothing fucking twink dick, nothing big juicy bear, whatever. None of that shit. Because, you know, it could be a married guy. You know, he doesn't want these types of links on the family computer or whatever. So just be really, really careful to obviously not make it too obvious in terms of the URLs, because, you know, a lot of subs are going to be worried about clicking on it. Now, I have found you guys, you know, a website I use extensively. I'm happy to share it with you all. This is obviously the joys of it in the community, because this is a fucking game changer in the gay community, right? So, you know, if you below are the top 3 gay porn sites that you guys can upload onto, even the stuff which, you know, you will have never even heard of. Now, if you click onto these, you're going to get taken to a website. Obviously, as you can see here, you're all good to go over onto the site. So all the hyperlinks are there for you boys. And in terms of those hyperlinks, make an account, upload the content. Now, I'm not saying you do this yourself. We're going to talk about employees a little bit later, but there you go. You've got everything you need there in terms of what sites you want to be uploading stuff onto. Something that's interesting to mention is that if you say upload onto, let's say you upload onto Pornhub Gay first, you know, a lot of these sites actually kind of what's basically called, they basically pull through, they scrape, if you will, from these really big websites. So, you know, you may find your content pulls through, but it's a good idea to basically be posted on every single one of these sites. You just want as much content out there as possible, you know, a complete blanket on of exactly, you know, all of your model basically. Does that make sense to everyone? Everyone remembers the tube method. If you weren't here, watch it back on the course. Really, really interesting one. Talks about advertising your models on porn sites. Kind of goes with the name. Now, Reddit, with gay Reddit, you can post way more than you would on the female account. Content consumption with gay guys doesn't seem to slow down. It's a constant thing. You know, if you look at there was a statistic I read somewhere. It was about the it's actually on Pornhub Wrapped. You should have a read of that in Pornhub 2022 Wrapped. If you have a read of that, if you look at the click rate on gay videos, you'll actually find that the watch length is a lot longer as opposed to obviously you know, female videos. Which is interesting. I don't know if it's something to do with, you know, attention span or anything like that. But yeah, have a little read about 2022 Pornhub Wrapped, and yeah, it talks about that quite extensively. So really, really little interesting one there with Reddit. So in terms of the content, guys, just post literally as much as possible. Here are all of the links for the Reddits. Now, the site I was talking about before, obviously a site I'm happy to share with you guys, which is an absolute game changer. Let me just stop sharing my screen and reshare it so you guys can see it. I'll need to turn. Oh, it's there. Sweet. So this website here, boys, is, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Can you all see my screen? You can all see it? Yeah? Everyone there? Vic, you're the only person I can see on video, bro. Can you see it? Yeah, sweet. So here we have gaysites.com, and this is a blanket website. Every single gay porn website, every single gay porn Reddit, every single gay porn cam website, every single gay porn, absolutely everything you could ever need, right? As you can see here. So this is the special secret sauce for you boys. So yeah, you can all see here Asian gay porn sites, gay Latino porn sites, black gay porn sites, premium ones, bear ones, as we mentioned before, twink ones, fetish ones, celebrity ones, vintage ones. You've literally got absolutely everything you could ever need here. Okay, you've got all the Reddits there, massage sites, gay sex shops on Amazon. Literally, boys, this is, you know, a bit of a one-stop shop for anything of that nature. So that is really, really useful for you guys. You should definitely all try and make use of that. Okay, let me get my Google document back. Any questions at all so far? Feel free to just shout out. Back to the lesson. My screen's just gone a bit funny. 1 second. Cool, 1 sec. Lost my. Cool. Can you all see the Google document again? Does that come back? Spot on. Cool. So, going up here a little bit. So yeah, that website there, My Gay Site, find it through the Reddit section here, and you use that as much as possible, really, guys, because it's a really, really important. Anyway, getting back to the lesson. So we'll continue on now. Now, my opinion on how to best go about starting the gay model. So the thing that you guys are going to have to get in your head, you're going to have to hire somebody for this. Now, unless you all feel confident that you want to sit 10 hours a day and obviously post this content everywhere, post it on Reddit, post it on Instagram, post it on fucking all the porn sites, Reddit sites, everything like that. You don't want to be doing that. So what you want to do, first step when you get a gay model, you want to find yourself a VA. This is going to be a VA that you make an agreement with them, 40 hours a week work, pay $400 a month or whatever, and they are just going to be solidly just pumping content of your model absolutely fucking everywhere. Okay, Reddit, Twitter, all the gay tubes, everything like that. Now, in terms of the tube method, you may want to pay a video editor to kind of cut all of the clips up for you, and then your virtual assistant's got a big bulk file they can just get to uploading. It's possible to find VAs that have skills in video editing. Is it necessary or not? It's up to you guys, but it's certainly a really, really interesting approach. You want them just posting fucking 12 hours a day on all of these sites. It's going to generate a huge amount of traffic for your model. Now, obviously, your VA could be responsible for the singular Grindr account as well. Linking back to the Grindr account we talked about, you need to just make sure their English levels are up to scratch, as you would with any chatter, because obviously they're not a chatter, they're a VA that's uploading things, but if they're going to be on Grindr, you need to make sure they have the kind of the skills in terms of the chatting side of things. Now, with Grindr, obviously, as we mentioned, we're looking for the really, really high quality leads. Funnel-wise, it's likely going to have to be WhatsApp you get them onto, so you may need to get a little SIM card with a US number if your model's US based, and then it's just going to be a kind of a process of building more of a relationship with them, becoming that twink for them, and obviously, from there they're going to be paying onto your I don't know, Cash App or PayPal or even bank transfer. But obviously, it's kind of pretty hard to keep regulated. So that's something you guys need to think about in terms of if you're ready to accept payments off the app. Something that setting up a Cash App if it's a US-based model, US-based guys, it's a pretty simplistic way of doing it, and obviously it's all completely unregistered as well. But yeah, so if I was in you guys' shoes and just signed a gay model on, maybe they're doing a K or two a month. First thing I'll be doing is I'd be getting a VA who's going to just be constantly banging uploading content fucking everywhere. All these gay porn sites, all these gay porn blogs, all these tubes, everything. Because that is the way that you're going to generate a huge name for your model. And obviously just follow the methods that we talked about in the porn method, in the Twitter, all these other lessons that we've done, but just approach it, in a way that you just want to blanket content out there via an employee. And obviously the type of content is going to be male content. Take into account, the tips I gave you about chopping the dildo in half. It basically means you can have a straight guy that does gay content, which is fucking rare, because technically they're not actually doing it. So yeah, it's a really, really interesting concept, and I definitely think some more of you guys, obviously I know there's a bit of stigma around it or whatever potentially, but personally, boys, I genuinely recommend trying it. If you can get a male model in, you are on to make a lot of money. The same goes with trans, by the way. Everything I said there is applicable to trans. I'll consider whether it's worth doing a separate lesson just on that. But boys, don't fall into the trap of just thinking that the only people that make money on OnlyFans are these 10 out of 10 blonde girls, because I'll tell you now, it's not. All right. Any questions at all about anything we've gone through there? Feel free to shoot away. I know this lesson I was really excited about it, and I'm glad that obviously a reasonable amount of you attended, because I just think that this is something that we've made a lot of money off, and people just don't seem at all interested in getting into it. So it's nice to see some of you guys here. Any questions at all? Feel free to shoot away at me.
Where would you recommend getting your gay traffic from?
Okay, getting the gay, as in getting the model in.
Like trying to get a model, yeah. Where would you recommend trying to get like a gay model from?
Bro, just go down the fucking Instagram rabbit hole. Well, in fact, actually, no, fuck that. Go onto that website I just showed you. Obviously, I'm going to have the document uploaded onto the course and everything tomorrow. Go onto those subreddits, look at those models. Go on all the Instagram threads, look at those models. Go onto the porn sites, look at these models, find their social media, find who they collab with, find who they follow, because they all follow each other. They all do shout. It's exactly the same as female models, but just go down the gay rabbit hole, find the Reddits, go from the Reddits to the Instagram, find the Instagram to do the fucking outreach. If you want to make yourself an account on Grindr and try and recruit some people on Grindr, it works. I'll tell you it works. Of course it fucking works because no one's doing it. If you make yourself a personal account on Grindr and obviously you're swiping on guys and you're chatting to guys and you're portraying a rich lifestyle, do you not think it's going to work exactly the same as if you're chatting to girls? Of course it is. It's going to be fucking 100 times easier because the girls that you want may or may not swipe on you, but these guys will pretty much swipe on everyone. So yeah, there's a lot. It's a very, very different kind of cultural community, especially online. So yeah, make yourself your own Grindr account if you've got the balls to do it, and you'll make a lot of money. Who cares? Anyone else? Feel free. Feel free to shoot away.
Harry.
Yo, Ed.
You're right, bro. No, I was wondering your opinion on the classic TikTok way.
With gay guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, at the moment, boys, I'll be real with you, TikTok is a fucking pain in the arse. Obviously, it's great and everything. Everyone knows TikTok's really, really good, especially for the girls that get the boobs out and stuff like that. It works for gay guys, bro, 100% it does, but there's easier methods. That's why I've not talked about TikTok in this, because there's way easier methods, which gets results way, way quicker, and there's less issues in terms of, bans and all that kind of thing, less for you to worry about. For gays, Reddit, Grindr, GayTube sites, Twitter, that's your best port of call. Obviously, if you want to do TikTok as well, feel free. It's literally the exact same concept. It's the exact same thing, but just obviously, male. But starting out, boys, just get yourselves on those Reddits, get yourselves on those tube sites because it's just way easier and you'll make a lot more money.
Oh right, I got you because he's got 200k on TikTok.
Oh, well okay. Obvious exception. If they've got a big following, clearly use TikTok. But I'm talking about if you're starting with them from scratch or if they've not got a following. But if they've got a following, the guy, what's the situation with him? Remember, what is he, an influencer, or is that just from gay only fans, or what?
He's just been building up. So he's not an influencer. He's just been building up over time and just been consistent. And he's kind of like, how do you describe? Kind of like. I don't even know the best way to describe him. Mm-hmm. Relatively young, in his early 20s, kind of pretty face boy, that kind of stuff.
Twing, yeah.
Twing, that's it. That's the word.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely might be worth trying different ways.
Mate, you get him on Reddit. You get him a few high-paying daddies on Grindr. If he feels comfortable enough with tube sites, get on there, mate. You'll make 10 times more money than you will with a female model of that following. I promise you. A gay guy with 10k on Twitter is making as much as a female with 100k on Twitter is making. That's the general rule of it. So yeah, I mean, 100%. The thing you've got to think of as well, guys, is that often they pay more because there's less content out there. Because obviously, these guys are. You're getting older guys, getting an older audience. They just spend more. It's easier. Definitely, get into it if you can. But yeah, feel free. Any more questions at all? Shoot away.
Yeah. So where, I know you said last call that these are going to be recorded and not uploaded, but yeah. I tried to search for them and I couldn't find.
Go on to find them. It's like a little graph, and then it says course. Hit the link, and then just make an account. It's in the Discord.
Yeah, I've done that. I've got an account. I've looked at quite a few of the lessons. Yeah. But whereabouts on the page?
I just slot them in where I feel the most relevant. That might be what's throwing you off.
Okay.
Okay. So, for example, the OnlyFans live stream one I talked about last week, I think it's sixth along. It's halfway in the middle of the ones. I just slot them in where they're relevant. So obviously, we obviously build the course with the intention of people that have never watched any of the lessons. You're obviously just along for the ride, but the people that have never watched any lessons can obviously come back and make sense of the order. Because if we did it in order, then it wouldn't actually be in any sections. If that makes sense, bro.
No, yeah, that makes complete sense. Yeah.
So, what are you guys' thoughts then in terms of male models? Is it something you're going to be up for trying soon, or what? I think Vix, you've got a trans model. I want to say, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I have a trans model at the moment, and I tried Tinder, but nobody was swiping.
Yeah,
at all. So I was there's got to be a different way. And then actually, one of the guys, I got my model to have a call with a client or whatever, and that actually came from Grindr.
There we go.
So yeah.
Grindr, yeah, try for trans. Tinder's not Grindr, obviously. But yeah, bro, get her on the Reddits. If you're comfortable with the tube method, get it on there. Twitter, just pump out as much content as possible. It's genuinely worth paying a virtual assistant $100 a week to sit there for 40 hours and pump content out. Because you got to think, let's say you guys take on a virtual assistant for $400 a month, and they're pumping out content for 40 hours a week. Do you think you're going to make that $400 back? Yes or no? Obviously, you'd have to be pretty fucking stupid to not make that money back, even if you're putting in minimal effort. So 100%, guys, it's that's the best investment you can make with things like that. Just get yourself a virtual assistant just to do all the dirty work you don't want to do. You focus on the more important, more kind of high intellectual things, not just uploading content like a fucking robot. So, yeah, cool. Any more questions at all? Feel free to shoot before we jump off. Really enjoyed that call, guys. It's it's one of the film quite passionate about.
Yes.
I just think that so many people just overlook it, and it's stupid. It's just the ego, is what it is. Go on, Luke, shoot.
Sorry, my mind's gone blank.
It's alright, mate. No worries. Cool. Tell you what, Luke, just message me a question if you remember it, but no worries at all. Absolute pleasure chatting to everyone. I'm going to get this uploaded tomorrow along with the document. Obviously, just have to give it time to download. Fucking hell, boys, get yourselves a mail model. You're here to make money. You're not here to fucking be a pimp. Just get yourself a mail model, and you'll realise just how easy it is. But yeah, good stuff. Cool. Have a great rest of your evening. It's evening in the UK, I believe. So yeah, have a great night, guys. And if you need anything, obviously as usual, drop me a message. And yeah, let me know if you guys get some mail models on board. Let me know how it goes. Enjoy yourselves, boys.
And a bit.
Have a good one.
Stay safe, brother.
See you in a minute.